Welcome back to the channel today. So in today's video we'll be learning how to make this square neck Basque corset top. So if this look like what you're interested in, definitely continue watching. So guys, on my previous video I actually learned how to draft and sew this ruched trendy skirts. I'll include the link to the skirt tutorial on the description box for those that might be interested in it. So guys, thank you so much. If you're stopping by for the first time, my name is Lillian. You're welcome. Let's get into it.
So I already drafted out my normal basic block pattern. Okay, so this is my chest line, this is my bust point, this is my under bust, and then this is my waistline, and then this is my hip line. Okay, and then this is the back pattern. So what we are going to do now, we are going to style this together. Okay,
so guys, what we'll be doing first, from your waistline you are going to come down by 4 inches. Okay, so from your center front waistline, come down by 4 inches, as you can see me do. So mark 4 inches. When you're done doing that, go over to your side. From your waistline also come down by 1.5 inches and mark.
The next thing you're going to do, from this point we are going to go in by 2 inches, and then when you're done doing that, you're going to take your curve ruler. So watch what I'm doing. You're going to take your curve ruler, and then you're going to create a curve like this. Okay, so after creating a curve, we are going to take it straight to that 2 inches like this. So because we don't want these points to be very flat, as you can see, it's just straight like this. So what we are going to do, just kind of like you're blending these points. So this is for these points not to be too flat. From this point we came down by 4 inches. So from this point we came down by 4 inches, and then from this point we mark 2 inches, and then from here we went down by, from our waistline we went down by 1.5 inches. So hope this is clear. So what we are going to do, we are going to come over to the back. So come over to the back pattern. We are going to come down by the same 1.5 inch, just like we did at the front, and then just go ahead and straighten it up. So after doing this, the next thing we are going to do is we are going to come over to your shoulder line. So come over to your shoulder line, take the measurements of your shoulder slant. So this is 4.1. So this 4.1, I'm going to divide it by 2. So I'm going to fold it into 2. Okay, so you can just place it like this. Okay, and then just fold like this into 2 like this. Then whatever you have, just go ahead and mark it. Okay, so guys, I want to explain something about this pattern. Okay, so this pattern actually is the same measurements. My shoulder to waist I use at the front is the same thing I use at the back. Okay, so your shoulder to waistline should be the same thing for the front, because there is no side dart. We are not actually including side dart. Okay, so there is no side dart. So whatever you use as your shoulder to waist at the front is the same thing you are going to use as your shoulder to waist at the back. I hope this makes sense. That is, if your shoulder to waist at the front is 16, mark the same 16 inches at the back. The next thing we are going to do, you are going to determine where you want your neckline to start from. Okay, so I'm going to go up by 2 inches. Okay, so this is it. So what we are going to do, you are going to come over at the down here. You are going to go out by 1 inch. Okay, so come over here, go out by 1 inch, and then when you are done doing that, you are going to come over to this point. I'm going to go out by your nipple to nipple measurement, whatever it is, go out by that inches, and then mark. So what we are going to do, you are going to take your straight ruler. Okay, so just like you can see me do, you're going to go ahead and then connect it like this. Your nipple to nipple measurement, whatever it is, divide it by 2. Mine is 3.5 inch, and then from the down go out by 1 inch. So hope this is clear. The next thing we are going to do, you are going to come over to your waistline. Okay, so you are going to go out by 1/2 inch. Come over here, go out by 1/2 inch. Okay, go out by 1/2 inch on this side, go out by 1/2 inch on the other side, and then what you're going to do is to go ahead and then connect. Now what we are going to do next, we are going to come over here. We are going to take the measurement of what we have left. Okay, so this is 5.3. So let me just fold it into 2. Okay, so from this point to my darts, After folding, this is it. So I'm going to mark it at that point. So I'm going to come over here at the down. I'm going to go add by 1.5 inch. Okay, so at the down here, go add by 1.5 inch. And then what you're going to do, we are going to connect it to hit your. So watch what I'm going to do. Watch how I'm going to connect it. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to hit this point. Okay, so this is the point we are trying to hit at the armhole. So what I would advise you to do, just as you can see, my ruler is actually moving away from the dart. If I actually want to get this straight at the end of the day, I will have to go like this and then go like this. Okay, so I don't know if you are actually understanding what I'm saying. So let's say this is my 1.5 inch and then I want to connect. So if I connect to this point, as you can see, there is no way I can actually hit these points like this, except maybe I will connect to this point and then place my ruler like this, and at the end of the day it will give me the shape I'm actually trying to bring out from this style that we are trying to create. So I don't know if that makes sense. So watch what I'm going to do now. So I'm just going to take my ruler, place it on that 1 inch, and then just make sure the other side is hitting this point. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and then connect. So after doing that, the next thing you are going to do, you are going to come over to your under bust line. So come over to your under bust line. You are going to go add by 1/2 inch, and then come over here, go add by 1/2 inch. Okay, so go add on both sides by half inch, and then you are going to take your straight ruler, just like we've been doing, connect it like this, come over here, also carefully connect it like this, and then you are going to bring it down to your full length like this, and then bring it down also like this. Okay, so guys, so hope this is not confusing. So this is our number 1, this is our number 2, this is our number 3. Remember, we already actually marked our shoulder line, the midpoint of our shoulder line. So all you need to do is to bring it down. Okay, so just bring it down like this. Okay, so by the time you bring it down, what we are going to do, so because of the type of style we are actually working with, this whole point is going to have this shoulder line. So we are going to curve it at this point. So just kind of like curve it in, guys. So this point is actually not giving me what I want. So I'm just going to use my free hands to blend it. Just kind of like blend it in like this. Okay, so this is what we want now. We are going to cut this point off. So this whole point is our number 2, okay, and then these are number 3. We are going to replace our dart intake. Okay, so what I'm going to do now for me, so I'm going to go add by 1 inch, and then I will take it straight. So I'm going add by 1 inch. Then I'll do the same thing to the down. So for you, replace yours with 1.5 inch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go add by 1/2 inch. Okay, so I'm going to add 1/2 inch allowance. I'm going to come over here. So I'm also going to add 1/2 inches. Half inches for my allowance. Then come over here, also add 1/2 inch as usual. So you're going to do, you're going to come over to the back. Remember, we actually went up by 2 inches at the front, so do the same thing with the back pattern so that they will both align. Okay, so this is it. So I'm going to take off 2 inches. I'm going to loop the back, so I took off 1.5 inch. So what we are going to do next now, for my back dart leg, I'm going to use 4 inch. Okay, since I'm taking off 1.5 inch, so I'm going to go in by 4 inch. From my waistline, I will also go add by half inch on both sides. So I'll go add by half inch on both sides. Then I'm going to go ahead and connect. So after doing that, what I'm going to do, so I already marked my shoulder line. So whatever your shoulder line is, divide it by 2, just like we did at the front. Just fold it into 2, and then whatever you have, go ahead and mark. So after doing that, all you need to do is to take your ruler, okay, and then connect it to that point. So this is our side back, okay. So this is our center back. So we are going to have eyelet here. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to also add 1 inch. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to add my 1/2 inch allowance also. Remember what we added was allowance for our dart intake. So now we are going to go ahead and then replace and then add our normal side allowance. Okay, so for me, I'm going to use 1 inch. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to also add my 1 inch sewing allowance. So guys, you are also going to come over at the down and also add your 1/2 inch. Guys, so this is it. So guys, so sorry, at this point you are going to take this a bit backward. Okay, so go in by 1/2 inch. Okay, so this our straight shoulder line, we are going to take it a bit backward. Just take it a bit backward like this, and then kind of blend like this. Okay, so guys, so hope this is not confusing. So just take it a bit backward like this and blend. Okay, so this is out. So this is what we are going to be using. So just watch how I'm going to cut out so that you understand what I'm saying. So watch how I'm going to cut out. Okay guys, so this is it for the side back. Then we are also going to take off our darts. So guys, so this is it for the back pattern. So we are going to cut out the front piece. So watch how I'm also going to cut out. So this is our center front. And then also watch how I'm going to cut this out. Like this. So guys, so this is it. Okay, and then this is our side. Okay, so this is it for the front, and then this is it for the back pattern. Okay, so what we are going to do now, we are going to go ahead and then cut this whole piece out on our fabric. So guys, we are going to cut out on our fabric. Okay, so I'm starting with the center front, which is number 1. So I'm going to add my 1/2 inch. This is it for the number 1. So remember to place your center front on fold. So guys, for this you are also going to add 1/2 inch here. So this is it for the side front. So we are going to cut out the number 2. So you add 1/2 inch on both sides. Okay, so this is it for the front piece. So we are going to go ahead and then cut out the back piece. We are going to cut out the back. So this is the side back. So it's also on fold because I want to cut 2 pieces at a go. So you are going to go ahead and then add your 1/2 inch. This is it for the side back. So we are going to cut out the other piece. So you are going to add 1/2 inch here and then add 1/2 inch here. Also add 1/2 inch at the top. So this is it for the front, and then this is it for the back.
So guys, this is the end of this part of the video. So on the second part, I'm going to share with us step by step on how we are going to put this whole piece together. So if this video have been of help to you, please click the like button. Thank you so much, and then I will see you on my second video. Thank you so much.